My dear friends, tonight we shall explore a profound truth that has the power to transform your entire existence. Our focus, our contemplation shall be on the art of focusing on what you are doing. This seemingly simple concept holds within it the very key to manifesting your desires and shaping your reality. Let us begin by understanding that your consciousness, your awareness, is the only reality. Everything you perceive in your world is but an outward expression of your inner state. When you truly focus on what you are doing, you are directing the full power of your consciousness. And in doing so, you are quite literally shaping the world around you. Consider for a moment the act of focusing. What does it mean to focus? It is to bring your attention, your awareness to a single point. It is to exclude all else and immerse yourself fully in the present moment in the task at hand. This act of focusing is nothing less than the act of creation itself. You see, my dear friends, your attention is the most precious gift you possess. It is the very substance of creation. Where you place your attention, there flows the energy of life itself. And when you focus that attention, when you direct it with purpose and intention, you are engaging in the highest form of creative power. Now, let us delve deeper into this concept. When you focus on what you are doing, you are entering into a state of being. You are not merely performing an action. You are becoming one with that action. This is the secret the great masters and sages have known throughout the ages. It is not what you do that matters, but the state of being from which you do it. Imagine, if you will, two individuals performing the same task. One goes through the motions mechanically, their mind wandering to 1,000 other concerns. The other focuses entirely on the task, pouring their whole being into each moment. Which do you think will produce the superior result? Which do you think will experience the greater transformation? The answer, of course, is clear. The one who focuses, who brings their full awareness to the present moment, is the one who taps into the infinite creative power of the universe. For in that moment of complete focus, they are aligning themselves with the very source of all creation. But let us not mistake this focus for a form of striving or struggle. True focus, the kind we speak of tonight, is effortless. It is a letting go of all else, the surrender to the present moment. It is allowing yourself to be fully immersed in what you're doing, without resistance, without distraction. This, my friends, is the state of mind from which miracles are born. For when you focus in this way, you are entering into the silence, into the void from which all things emerge. You are touching the very fabric of reality itself. Now, some of you may be thinking, but Nibble, how can I maintain such focus in a world full of distractions? And to this I say practice. Like any skill, the ability to focus deepens with consistent application. Begin with small moments throughout your day. When you eat, focus entirely on the act of eating. When you walk, be aware of each step. When you speak with another, give them your complete attention. As you practice this, you will begin to notice a shift. The world around you will seem to slow down. Colors will appear more vivid, sensations more intense. This is because you are becoming more fully alive, more present in each moment. You are awakening to the reality of your own creative power. But there is more, my friends. For as you cultivate this ability to focus, you will find that it extends beyond the mundane task of daily life. You will discover that you can apply this same principle to the act of imagining, to the art of manifesting your desires. When you focus your attention on the desired state, when you immerse yourself fully in the feeling of it being real, you are planting a seed in the fertile soil of your subconscious mind. And just as surely as a seed grows into a plant when nurtured, so too will your imagined state blossom into physical reality when tended with focused attention. This is the true power of focus. It is not merely about improving your productivity or enhancing your skills. It is about consciously directing the creative force of the universe. It is about becoming an active participant in the shaping of your reality. Consider the great artists, the inventors, the visionaries who have changed the course of history. What set them apart was not merely talent or intelligence, but their ability to focus with unwavering intensity on their vision. They saw in their mind's eye what did not yet exist in the physical world, and through their focused attention, they brought it into being. You, my dear friends, possess this same power. The only difference is that you may not have fully recognized or exercised it yet. But tonight I urge you to begin. Start with the simple act of focusing on what you are doing and watch as your world transforms around you. Now, let us explore another aspect of this principle. When you focus on what you are doing, you are also practicing the art of presence. You are fully inhabiting the here and now. Rather than allowing your mind to drift to the past or future, this presence is the key to accessing your true power. For it is only in the present moment that creation occurs. The past is but a memory, the future a projection. Neither has any reality except in your imagination. The only point of power is the present moment. When you focus on what you are doing, you are anchoring yourself in this point of power. You are aligning yourself with the eternal now, the timeless realm from which all possibilities emerge. This alignment with the present moment has profound implications. For one, it frees you from the bondage of past regrets and future anxieties. When you're fully focused on what you are doing, there's no room for worry or fear. You are too absorbed in the present to be concerned with what was or what might be. Moreover, this presence allows you to tap into your intuition, your inner guidance. When your mind is quiet, focused on the task at hand, you become receptive to the subtle promptings of your higher self. You may find solutions appearing spontaneously, insights arising unbidden. This is because you have created space for wisdom to enter. But there is an even deeper truth here, my friends. When you focus on what you are doing, you are practicing the art of conscious creation. You are actively participating in the unfoldment of your reality. You see, every action, every thought, every moment of focused attention is an act of creation. The universe responds to your focus. It reflects back to you the state of consciousness you embody. When you are scattered, distracted, your world appears chaotic and confusing. But when you are focused present, your world takes on a clarity and purpose that may seem miraculous. This is not magic, but law. It is the law of consciousness, the fundamental principle underlying all of creation. As within, so without. Your outer world is always a reflection of your inner state. By focusing on what you are doing, you are creating a state of clarity and purpose within, which must, by law, be reflected in your outer circumstances. Now let's consider how this principle can be applied to the art of manifestation. When you desire to bring something into your life, whether it be a new job, a relationship, or a state of being, the key is to focus on the end result as if it were already accomplished. This is where many stumble. They focus on the process, on the how, rather than on the completed state. But I say to you, focus on the end. Feel it as real. Immerse yourself in the state of having already achieved your desire. Do this with the same intensity, the same presence, as when you focus on a physical task. You see, to your subconscious mind, there is no difference between an imagined event and a physical one. When you focus on your desired state with full attention, feeling it as real, your subconscious accepts it as fact. And once accepted, it must find a way to bring it into physical manifestation. This is the true art of focusing on what you're doing. It is not limited to physical actions, but extends to the realm of imagination. Your imaginal acts, when infused with focused attention and feeling, become the blueprint from which your physical reality is constructed. But remember, this is not about forcing or striving. It is about allowing. When you focus in this way, you are opening yourself to the infinite possibilities of the universe. You are aligning yourself with the creative power that underlies all of existence. Now, some of you may be wondering, but Wayne, what about the challenges and obstacles in my life? How can I focus on what I'm doing when faced with difficulties? And to this I sigh. Those very challenges are opportunities for the most powerful focus of all. When you encounter an obstacle, instead of resisting it or trying to push it away, bring your full attention to it. Focus on it not as a problem to be solved, but as an opportunity for growth and transformation. For you see, every challenge contains within it the seed of an equivalent or greater benefit. By focusing your attention on the challenge, by fully inhabiting the present moment, even when it seems difficult, you open yourself to insights and solutions that were previously hidden from view. You tap into a wisdom that goes beyond your conscious mind. Moreover, by maintaining your focus in the face of adversity, you are demonstrating faith in the ultimate goodness of the universe. You are affirming that all things work together for your good, even when appearances suggest otherwise. This faith, this unwavering focus, is the power that moves mountains. Consider the great spiritual teachers throughout history. In their moments of greatest trial, they maintained an unshakable focus on their inner truth. They refused to be swayed by outer appearances, and in doing so, they demonstrated the transformative power of focus. You, my dear friends, have the same power within you. When you focus on what you're doing, even in the midst of challenges, you are claiming your divine heritage as a creator. You are affirming your oneness with the source of all being. Now, let us delve even deeper into this principle. When you focus on what you are doing, you are also practicing the art of detachment. This may seem paradoxical, but it is profoundly true. For true focus is not about clinging or grasping, but about allowing yourself to be fully present without resistance. When you are truly focused, there's no room for anxiety about the outcome. There's no space for doubt or fear. You are too absorbed in the present moment to worry about what might happen. This state of detached focus is incredibly powerful, for it allows you to act from a place of clarity and inner peace. Moreover, this detachment allows you to remain flexible and open to possibilities. When you are rigidly attached to a particular outcome, you may miss opportunities that don't fit your succinct notions. But when you focus with detachment, you remain open to the infinite wisdom of the universe. This is not to say that you should abandon your goals or desires. Far from it. But rather than focusing on the specific form your desire should take, focus on the essence of what you want to experience. Focus on the feeling, the state of being, rather than the outer details. For example, if you desire financial abundance, don't focus on a specific sum of money. Instead, focus on the feeling of security, of freedom, of generosity that abundance would bring. Immerse yourself in that state. Focus on it with all your attention, and allow the universe to bring it into manifestation in ways that may surprise and delight you. This principle extends to all areas of life. In relationships, focus on the feeling of love, of connection, rather than on finding a specific person. In your career, focus on the feeling of fulfillment, of contribution, rather than on a particular job title. By focusing on the essence, you open yourself to possibilities beyond your current imagination. Now, let us consider another aspect of focusing on what you are doing: the power of consistency. It is not enough to focus intensely for a moment and then return to a scattered state. True mastery comes from maintaining your focus consistently day after day. This does not mean that you must maintain intense concentration every moment of your life. That would be exhausting and counterproductive. Rather, it means cultivating a general state of presence, of awareness that underlies all your activities. Think of it as a background hum of consciousness, a constant low-level focus that keeps you anchored in the present moment. From this state of general awareness, you can then bring more intense focus to specific tasks or imaginal acts as needed. This consistent focus, this ongoing state of presence, is what allows for true transformation. It is like the steady drip of water that over time can wear away even the hardest stone. Your consistent focus, maintained day after day, has the power to reshape your entire reality. But remember, my friends, this is not about perfection. There will be times when your focus wavers, when you find yourself distracted or overwhelmed. This is natural and to be expected. The key is not to judge yourself or become discouraged, but simply to notice when you become distracted and gently bring your attention back to the present moment. This act of returning to focus, of coming back to presence, is itself a powerful practice. Each time you do this, you are strengthening your ability to direct your consciousness. You are reclaiming your power as a creator. Now, let's explore how this principle of focus relates to the concept of time. In your everyday experience, time seems to flow in a linear fashion from past to future. But from the perspective of your higher self, all time is simultaneous. Past, present, and future exist as one eternal now. When you focus on what you're doing, when you become fully present in the moment, you are aligning yourself with this higher perspective. You are stepping out of the illusion of linear time and into the reality of the eternal now. This has profound implications for the art of manifestation. When you focus on your desire as if it were already fulfilled, you are not projecting it into some distant future. You are claiming it now in this eternal present moment. You are aligning yourself with the version of you that has already achieved that desire. From this perspective, manifestation is not about making something happen in the future. It is about aligning yourself with a reality that already exists in the eternal now. Your focused attention, your complete absorption in the feeling of your desire fulfilled, is what allows you to shift your consciousness to that reality. This is why it is so important to focus on the end result, to live from the state of wish fulfilled. By doing so, you are not trying to change the future. You're changing your present state of consciousness, which is the only thing that truly exists. Now, let us consider how this principle of focus relates to your relationships with others. When you focus on what you are doing, when you are fully present in your interactions, you create a space for genuine connection and understanding. Think about the last time you had a conversation where you felt truly heard and seen. Chances are the person you were speaking was giving you their full attention, focusing entirely on the present moment. This kind of focused presence has the power to transform relationships. When you focus on what you are doing in your interactions with others, you are honoring them with your full attention. You are creating a space of respect and understanding. This not only enhances your relationships, but also allows for deeper insights and more meaningful exchanges. Moreover, by focusing on what you are doing in your interactions, you become more attuned to the subtle cues and energies of those around you. You may find that you develop an almost uncanny ability to understand others, to sense their needs and desires even before they express. This focused attention in your relationships extends to your relationship with the world at large. When you move through your day with presence and awareness, you may find that the world seems to respond to you in new and surprising ways. Opportunities may appear as if by magic. Synchronicities may become more frequent. This is because your focused attention, your state of presence, is aligning you with the flow of life itself. You are no longer swimming against the current, but moving in harmony with the universe. Now let us delve into the relationship between focus and your physical health. When you focus on what you are doing, you become more attuned to the signals of your body. You may notice tensions you were previously unaware of, or become more conscious of your breathing and posture. This increased body awareness can have profound effects on your health and well-being. By focusing on your body as you move through your day, you may naturally start to make choices that support your health. You may find yourself drawn to more nourishing foods, or inspired to engage in physical activities that energize and revitalize you. Moreover, when you bring focused attention to your body, you are directing life energy to it. This focused energy can have a powerful healing effect. Many studies have shown the benefits of mindfulness and focused attention on various aspects of physical health. But beyond these physical effects, focusing on what you're doing also reduces stress and anxiety, which are major contributors to many health issues. When you are fully present, fully focused on the task at hand, there is no room for worry about the future or regret about the past. This state of presence is deeply restful and rejuvenating for both body and mind. Now let us consider how this principle of focus relates to your spiritual growth. When you focus on what you're doing, you are practicing a form of meditation in action. You are cultivating a state of mindfulness that extends beyond formal meditation sessions and into your everyday life. This ongoing state of presence, this consistent focus, opens you up to higher levels of consciousness. You may find that you become more intuitive, more attuned to the subtle promptings of your higher self. You may experience moments of profound insight or clarity that seem to arise from nowhere. Moreover, by focusing on what you are doing, you are practicing the art of surrender. You are letting go of your ego's need to control and allowing yourself to be guided by a higher wisdom. This surrender, paradoxically, is the key to true power and freedom. As you continue to practice this focused presence, you may find that your sense of self begins to shift. The boundaries between you and the world may start to blur. You may experience moments of unity consciousness where you feel deeply connected to all of life. This is the ultimate fruit of focusing on what you're doing. It is not just about improving your productivity or manifesting your desires, but about awakening to your true nature as a conscious creator, one with the infinite source of all being. As we draw this discourse to a close, I urge you, my dear friends, to take this principle of focusing on what you are doing and apply it in your daily life. Start small, a few months, but start today. Bring your full attention to each task, each interaction, each moment. Feel the power that comes from this focused presence. Experience the clarity, the peace, the sense of purpose that arises when you are fully engaged in the present moment. Remember, this practice is not about perfection. There will be times when your mind wanders, when you lose your focus. This is natural and to be expected. The key is to gently, lovingly bring your attention back to the present moment whenever you notice that you become distracted. Each time you do this, you are strengthening your ability to direct your consciousness, to shape your reality. And finally, my friends, know this. As you cultivate this ability to focus, as you deepen your presence and awareness, you are fulfilling your highest purpose. You are claiming your divine heritage as a conscious creator. You are aligning yourself with the very source of all creation. In focusing on what you're doing, you are doing nothing less than awakening to the truth of who you really are. And in this awakening lies the key to all the joy, all the abundance, all the love that you could ever desire. Go follow. Focus on what you're doing and watch as miracles unfold in your life. Ladies and gentlemen, our focus today is focus on you. People come and go. This simple phrase holds within it the key to unlocking the infinite potential that resides within each and every one of you. Let us begin by understanding what it truly means to focus on yourself. In the world of appearances, it may seem selfish or egotistical to direct your attention inward. But I tell you, it is the most divine and necessary act you can perform. You see, you are not merely the physical body you inhabit or the personality you present to the world. You are, in essence, pure consciousness, the very substance of God Himself. When you focus on yourself, you are not focusing on the limited mortal self that is subject to the whims of the external world. No. You are directing your attention to the infinite immortal self that is one with the creative power of the universe. This self is the I Am, the eternal presence that exists beyond time and space. Now, you may ask, but Wayne, what about the people in our lives? Are we to ignore them? And to this I say, people come and go in the world of Caesar, but in the realm of imagination, you are the author of all relationships. Every person in your life is but a reflection of your own consciousness playing a role in the grand drama of your creation. There's no one to change but self. As you focus on yourself, as you cultivate your imagination and align it with your desires, the world around you, including the people in it, must conform to your new concept of self. It is law. Consider for a moment the story of the prodigal son. He left his father's house, wandering in search of fulfillment in the external world. But it was only when he remembered who he truly was, when he focused on his true identity as the beloved son, that he was able to return home and claim his inheritance. You, my dear friends, are on a similar journey. You have wandered in the world of effects, seeking validation and fulfillment from others. But I tell you, the kingdom is within you. As you turn your attention inward, as you focus on the divine self within, you will find that all you have ever sought is already yours. Now, let us delve deeper into the nature of this focus. When I speak of focusing on yourself, I'm not referring to mere positive thinking or affirmations. I'm speaking of a profound shift in consciousness, a complete reorientation of your entire being towards your desired state. This focus is achieved through the power of imagination. For imagination is not a flight of fancy or idle daydreaming. It is the very substance of reality, the creative power of God in action. When you imagine, you are literally molding the substance of the universe according to your will. As you focus on yourself, you must learn to see yourself as you wish to be, not as you currently appear to be. This is the art of revision, of rewriting your past and present to align with your desired future. For time is merely a concept in the word of Caesar. In the realm of imagination, all is known. Imagine yourself as the person you wish to be. See yourself embodying the qualities you admire, living the life you desire. Feel the joy, the satisfaction, the fulfillment of being this version of yourself. This is not mere visualization. This is the act of entering into the state of the wish fulfilled. As you persist in this state, as you continually focus on this ideal version of yourself, you will find that your external world begins to shift. People and circumstances will rearrange themselves to match your new concept of self. Some may leave your life, while new individuals who resonate with your new state will enter. Remember, people come and go, but you, the operant power, remain constant. You are the unchanging awareness upon which all change takes place. As you focus on yourself, on your true identity as pure consciousness, you become unshackable, unmoved by the comings and goings of the external world. Now, some of you may be thinking, but Wayne, I have tried to focus on myself, to imagine a better life, and yet nothing has changed. To this I sigh. Persistence is key. You must persist in the assumption that you are already the person you wish to be, that you already have what you desire. Consider the biblical story of Joshua and the walls of Jericho. For 6 days, Joshua and his army marched around the city walls, seemingly to no effect. But on the 7th day, as they persisted in their march and sounded their trumpets, the walls came tumbling down. Your desired state, your ideal self, is Jericho. The walls that seem to separate you from it are merely illusions created by your concept of self. As you persist in your new assumption, as you continue to focus on your ideal self, these walls will inevitably crumble. But remember, the feeling is the secret. It is not enough to merely visualize or affirm your desired state. You must feel the naturalness of being in that state. You must embody the emotions, the sensations, the inner conviction of already being the person you wish to be. As you cultivate this feeling, as you make it more and more real to yourself, you will find that the external world has no choice but to conform. For the outer world is nothing more than a shadow, a reflection of your inner state of consciousness. Now, let us address the second part of our topic. People come and go. This statement holds within it a profound truth about the nature of reality and your role as the creator of your experience. In the world of Caesar, relationships appear to be external to us. We believe that people enter and leave our lives based on circumstances beyond our control. But I tell you, this is an illusion. Every person in your life is there because you have called them forth through your consciousness. You are the author of your life story, and every character in it is playing a role that you have assigned. Some are there to challenge you, to push you towards growth. Others are there to support and nurture you. Some may stay for a lifetime, while others may be present for just a moment. But understand this, no one has the power to enter or leave your life without your consent. Your consent may not be conscious in the world of Caesar, but at the level of your true self, your divine imagination, you are always in control. As you focus on yourself, as you shift your concept of self, you will naturally attract people who resonate with your new state. Those who no longer align with your new consciousness may fall away. This is not a loss, but a natural consequence of your growth and evolution. Think of yourself as a radio. As you tune to a new frequency, a new station, you naturally lose reception of the old station. The old station hasn't ceased to exist. You have simply tuned to a different broadcast. Similarly, as you tune your consciousness to a new state, you naturally attract experiences and people that match that frequency. This understanding liberates you from the fear of loss or abandonment. For you realize that you are never truly losing anyone. You are simply shifting your focus, tuning to a new station that better aligns with your desired state of being. Moreover, this knowledge empowers you to consciously create the relationships you desire. Instead of seeking validation or fulfillment from others, you recognize that all relationships are reflections of your relationship with yourself. As you focus on cultivating the qualities you wish to experience in your relationships within yourself, you will naturally attract individuals who embody these qualities. For instance, if you desire a loving partnership, focus on embodying love yourself. Feel the love you wish to receive. Imagine yourself in the state of being deeply loved and appreciated. As you persist in this state, you will find that either your current relationships transform to match this new vibration, or new relationships that embody this love will enter your life. Remember, the external world is dead. It has no power to create or to destroy. All power lies within you, within your consciousness. People do not come and go of their own accord. They enter and exit the stage of your life in perfect accordance with your beliefs and assumptions. This understanding frees you from the need to manipulate or control others. You no longer need to chase after people or cling to relationships out of fear. Instead, you focus on cultivating your ideal state of being, knowing that the right people and circumstances will naturally align with this state. Now, some of you may be thinking, but Wayne, what about free will? Don't others have the power to choose whether they want to be in our lives? To this I say, there's only one consciousness, one God, one I am. What appears as separate individuals are merely different aspects of this one consciousness, playing different roles in the grand drama of life. Your job is not to control the actions of others, but to control your own imagination, your own assumptions. As you do this, you will find that others naturally play the roles that align with your assumption. This is not a violation of their free will, but a harmonious dance of consciousness where all parts play their perfect role in the unfolding of your creation. Let us delve deeper into this concept by focusing on yourself while understanding that people come and go. Imagine, if you will, if you are the director of a grand play, this play is your life, and you are not only the director, but also the lead actor. Every other character in this play, every person you encounter, is there to serve the story you are telling. As the director, you have the power to rewrite the script at any moment. You can change the setting, alter the dialogue, and even replace the supporting cast. This is the essence of focusing on yourself. You are not at the mercy of the script or the other actors. You are the creator, the author of your own experience. When you truly grasp this truth, you will no longer be swayed by the comings and goings of others. You will understand that each person who enters your life is there to play a specific role in your unfolding story. Some may have leading roles that span much of your life's journey, while others may have brief cameo appearances, but all are there by your invitation, summoned by your consciousness to play their part. Now you may ask, but Wayne, how can I control who enters and exits my life? The answer lies not in trying to manipulate external circumstances, but in changing your own state of consciousness. As you focus on embodying your desired state of being, you will naturally attract people and circumstances that align with this state. Consider the Bible story of Joseph. When he was sold into slavery by his brothers, he could have focused on resentment and victimhood. Instead, he focused on embodying leadership and wisdom. As a result, he rose to become the second most powerful man in Egypt. And even his brothers who had wronged him came to serve him. Your story illustrates a profound truth. Your external circumstances, including the people in your life, are a reflection of your inner state. As you focus on cultivating the qualities and experiences you desire within yourself, your outer world will rearrange itself to match this inner reality. But remember, this is not about forcing change or trying to control others. It is about aligning yourself with the state of consciousness that naturally attracts your desires. It is about becoming the person who would naturally experience what you wish to experience. Let us take a moment to practice this principle. Close your eyes and imagine yourself as the person you wish to be. See yourself embodying the qualities you admire. Feel the joy, the confidence, the peace that comes with being this version of yourself. Now, from this state, imagine the kind of people who would naturally be in your life. Don't try to force specific individuals into this vision. Simply feel the quality of relationships that would naturally align with this version of you. As you open your eyes, carry this feeling with you. Let it inform your interactions, your decisions, your very way of being in the world. As you persist in this state, you will find that your relationships begin to shift. Some people may fall away, while new individuals who resonate with your new state will enter your life. This is the natural ebb and flow of relationships when you are focused on your own growth and evolution. It is not something to fear or resist, but to embrace as part of your journey of self-realization. Now, let us address a common concern that arises when we speak of focusing on oneself. Some may worry that this approach is selfish or that it neglects the needs of others. But I tell you, there is no greater gift you can give to the world than to fully realize your own divine nature. As you focus on cultivating your highest self, you become a beacon of light for others. You inspire by your very being. You lift others up, not through effort or sacrifice, but through the natural radiance of your realized self. Moreover, as you focus on yourself, you come to understand that there is no others to neglect. All is one. The person you see is separate from you, but another aspect of the one consciousness that you are is you elevate your own consciousness. You elevate the consciousness of all. I and my Father are one. This is not a statement of egotism, but a recognition of the fundamental unity of all existence. As you focus on realizing this truth within yourself, you naturally extend love and compassion to all beings, for you recognize them as part of yourself. This understanding transforms your relationships. You no longer seek to get something from others or to change them. Instead, you see each person as a perfect expression of the divine, playing their role in the ground tapestry of existence. You love them not for what they can give you, but for what they are. unique expressions of the one consciousness that you all share. From this place of self-realization and unity consciousness, the coming and going of people in your life takes on a new meaning. You understand that each encounter, each relationship is a divine appointment, orchestrated by your own consciousness for your growth and evolution. Some people may enter your life to challenge you, to push you towards greater self-awareness. Others may come to support and nurture you on your journey. Some may stay for a lifetime, while others may be present for just a moment. But all are perfect. All are necessary. All are you in different guises. As you focus on yourself, on realizing your true nature as pure consciousness, you become like a mighty oak tree. Your roots grow deep into the soil of being, unshaken by the winds of circumstance. People may come and go like leaves on your branches, but you remain steadfast, ever growing. This state of being is your birthright. It is the truth of who you are. As you align with this truth, as you focus on embodying it in every moment, you will find that your life transforms in ways you may have never imagined possible. But remember, this transformation does not happen overnight. It requires persistence, faith, and above all, the willingness to see yourself as you truly are, not as the limited mortal self, but as the infinite, immortal consciousness that is one with God. In your daily life, practice seeing beyond appearances. When you encounter another person, whether they are playing a positive or challenging role in your life, silently acknowledge the divine within them. See them not as separate from you, but as another aspect of the one consciousness that you are. As you do this, you will find that your relationships take on a new depth and meaning. You will no longer be swayed by the opinions or actions of others, for you will recognize that all is you pushed out. Every person, every circumstance is a reflection of your own consciousness. This understanding gives you tremendous power. If all is you pushed out, then by changing yourself, you change your entire world. This is the essence of focusing on yourself. It is not about ignoring others or becoming self-absorbed. It's about recognizing that the key to transforming your life and your relationships lies within you. As you focus on embodying your higher self, as you align with the truth of your being, you will find that the right people naturally gravitate towards you. Those who resonate with your new vibration will enter your life, while those who no longer align with your energy may fall away. This process is natural and necessary. It is the universe, which is none other than your own expanded self, reorganizing itself to match your new state of consciousness. Trust in this process. Know that everyone who enters or exits your life is doing so in perfect divine timing, serving the highest good of all involved. Now let's explore how this understanding can be applied to specific areas of your life. In your romantic relationships, for instance, instead of seeking the perfect partner outside of yourself, focus on embodying the qualities you desire in a relationship. Feel the love, the joy, the companionship you wish to experience. As you persist in this state, you will find that either your current relationship transforms to match this new vibration, or if you're single, the right partner who embodies these qualities will naturally be drawn into your life. Remember, your outer world must conform to your inner assumptions. It is law in your professional life. Instead of striving to impress others or seeking validation from colleagues or superiors, focus on embodying the qualities of success and excellence within yourself. Feel the satisfaction of doing work you love, of being recognized for your contributions, of achieving your goals. As you persist in this state, you will find that opportunities naturally arise that align with your new self-concept. The right people, mentors, collaborators, clients will be drawn to you, recognizing the unique value you bring. In your friendships, instead of trying to fit in or seeking approval from others, focus on being true to yourself. Embody the qualities of authenticity, loyalty, and genuine connection that you wish to experience in your relationships. As you do this, You will find that your social circle naturally evolves. Those who resonate with your authentic self will be drawn closer, while relationships based on superficial connections may fall away. This is not a loss, but a realignment that allows for deeper, more meaningful connections. In all areas of your life, remember that your focus determines your reality. Where you place your attention, your energy flows by focusing on yourself, not the limited self of the ego, but your true self as pure consciousness. You align with the creative power of the universe.